On today's episode of The Unwritten Rule, we've got some more off-season talk for you guys. We're going to rank all of the SEC quarterbacks from 16 to 1. Yes, there are 16 of them now because we have more SEC teams. So we're going to do that. We've got a couple of quick-hitting stuff with Mizzou football. Had a funny Chase Daniel tweet we wanted to talk about. Quick men's basketball thing, and then we'll do quick hits. We just got Ken Sports Shorts and Dirty Birds this week. We're going to introduce a new segment starting either next week or the week after. So stay tuned for that for quick hits. But yeah, should be fun. Like I said, we ranked all the SEC quarterbacks. So embrace debate. We're at that time of the offseason. We're in list season. And then, all those guys will go out and probably prove us all wrong one way or the other when the season comes around. So anyway, good show for you guys to start out your week. Talking a little SEC QBs. Let's dive into it. The Unwritten Rule starts right now.
Marcel, where are you going with that disc? You are not putting that on again. Marcel, okay, if you press that button, you are in very, very big trouble.
Attention. Everybody stop what you're doing. It's time for The Unwritten Rule, a Mizzou sports podcast brought to you by the Believe Network, alongside Peyton Haverman and Kenny Van Doren. Here is your host, Jack Knowlton.
Welcome back to The Unwritten Rule. Today is Monday, June 10th, and we are going to be ranking very mid-list for you guys. We've got a couple of quick-hitting stuff with Mizzou football that we'll get to, but we thought it'd be fun, a little off-season content to rank all 16 of the SEC quarterbacks. We were just talking right before we started. This is not a very fun list to rank. We're realizing, Peyton and Kenny, as a whole, not a ton of outrageous NFL talent. We got no Jaden Daniels anymore. Yeah, it's a what do you guys do there? Sorry, I'm getting distracted because if you're not watching on the YouTube, they're messing around on this Google Doc.
Sorry, it was right the first time. I was wrong. I thought it was P-Y, but it is P-A-Y.
We're already starting with Peyton Thorne's name.
Be lower. He's going to be lower on this list.
What do we think of the overall quality of this grouping of SEC quarterbacks? We've got Oklahoma and Texas in now too, so you got Quinn Ewers and Jackson Arnold.
Yeah, and honest to God, I think this conference really needed Quinn Ewers because this is really not a very star-studded group, which is kind of sad, Obviously, I don't think it'll last. There will always be new stars coming in the SEC to play QB, but it is kind of a downgrade from, I think, what we're used to. It's just mostly a lot of unproven guys, like at the Power 5 level. Like, there's a few transfers in there that just are coming from Group of Fives. There's a couple guys that are going to be stepping into their first year of starting. So it's just more about how unproven everything is than just them being straight up bad.
Outside the top six, it's a lot of unknown. I think there's
a lot of youth.
a lot of good names in there. If you didn't know, Brock Vandegrift is now at Kentucky, the former Georgia quarterback. He was a highly rated recruit at one point, and a lot of guys moving around. I believe Blake Shapen was at Baylor at one point. So there's a lot of movement in college football, as everyone knows, in the past 5 years, especially recently with some of the transfer portal changes. So I think, by the halfway through the mark, the halfway mark of the season, maybe we'll come back to this list and see where some of these guys that, we were, a little bit skeptical about, maybe didn't really know much about yet on the SEC level, and see how they kind of played out in their first 8 games.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a smart thing, is we should run through all of them and who they play for if you don't know. So in alphabetical order, Alabama, Jalen Milroe, he came back. People know who that is. Arkansas, their quarterback is Talon Green now. He was at Boise State before. Auburn, Peyton Thorne, he was there last year. Florida, Graham Mertz, there last year. Georgia, Carson Beck, of course. Kentucky, Brock Vandegrift, like Kenny mentioned. LSU is Garrett Nussmeier, played a little bit last year for them when Jaden Daniels was out. Mississippi State, Blake Shapen, who Peyton said was at Baylor. Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold was a former 5-star, played a little bit last year. Ole Miss, yeah, okay, one game. Ole Miss, Jackson Dart, Brady Cook. This says Brady. I got the.
You did that.
Brady Cook. Did I do that? Brady
Yeah.
Cook. Brady Cook.
Brady Cook.
Brady Cook University is Brady Cook's is their quarterback. South Carolina's a guy named Lenora Sellers, who's a freshman as well. Tennessee. We know his name. I've got it. I'm gonna try. I put the pronunciation guide on this other doc. It is Nico Iamaleava. Iamaleava is, I believe, how you say it. That's at least the pronunciation guide that I read on Tennessee's website. So if I'm wrong, then they're wrong. Texas, Quinn Ewers. Texas A&M's Connor. Is it Wegman? Is that how you say it?
I've always said Weigman.
Weigman.
Yeah.
And then Vanderbilt is unwritten rule Hall of Famer Diego Pavia. Go listen to that episode. He peed on a field, so we love Diego Pavia. All right, let's start. 16. Who are we putting? I think let's just run through, like rip through it. We can just embrace. We don't have to, I don't know, go in order or whatever.
Let me just say, the fact that a New Mexico State quarterback transfer is not like immediately my first thought, that's 16, does say a lot, because I think you can argue Pavia is not 16 because there's
I don't even think he's 15 or 14.
13?
He peed on a field.
He did pee on a field. He's
got boxing. We can't just take in stats. We can't just be lame about this. You got to take in about how cool these guys are.
Mexico State, man. Diego
Pavia at New Mexico State last year. I did write down some stats for some of the bad quarterbacks because I didn't know them, to be honest. Diego Pavia last year, 221 completions, 2,973 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 picks. Racking them up.
He likes to run too, so you definitely want to take that into account. He did beat Auburn. He went to Auburn and beat Auburn at New Mexico State. So I guess we can be comfortable not putting him there. But
Peyton Thorne,
yeah, I mean, he's not unknown, but we've seen him, and I'm not a Peyton Thorne fan. I think Peyton
I like it.
Quite bad. I think there's potential for Auburn as a team to take a leap. I don't think there's much growth for Peyton Thorne. I think he's bad.
I think after this you have to go with like some of the unproven, like Sellers, Vandegrift, some like one of those two should probably.
Yeah, I would go with Sellers here. Sellers, like Knowlton mentioned, he's a redshirt freshman. It's interesting, South Carolina, because originally they thought they were going to have AJ Swan, but AJ Swan opted to go. And I don't even know if he's competing for the LSU job, but at
that's Myers.
It is. So he's just the backup at LSU. That's interesting. I guess he's hoping to take over, but yeah, Sellers won the job in the spring. He competed with 4 other guys. You know who he beat out for it? Robbie Ashford is one of the guys he beat out for it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I think that's a fine placement. I'm not saying Sellers is bad. I don't think we are. We know nothing about him though.
I think do Vandegrift 14. I don't think you can have Vandegrift any higher than that. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, he hasn't. I don't know if he's played more than a couple snaps in absolute garbage time. So I'm comfortable with that one.
Maybe
up next, I think it's Shapen here.
No.
I
don't think
Taylor Green.
But I think you have to take into fact who Taylor Green's quarterback coach and offensive coordinator was last season.
Oh, that's a good point. We might need to have him higher, even though he's Arkansas.
Jackson Arnold and Nico. How do you say it, Knowlton?
Hold on. I gotta
call him Nico. People just call him Nico.
We'll call him Nico.
Iamaleava.
They were both very highly touted prospects, or recruits rather. And they've only started one game. Nico played great in his bowl game against Iowa. Arnold sucked in his bowl game against Arizona. So I would put Arnold here. I don't think you can. I think it's irresponsible to have Arnold any higher than any of the unknowns, really.
Like he'll probably be a lot better when it's all said and done. But like I feel like you do need to respect the veterans. I think that's what we got. That's what our list is doing. So Nico after that or Shapen?
Nico, Shapen, or Green would be my pick at 12.
Here, do you want some stats to help? I have stats on some of them. So
do a comparison between Shapen and Green.
Okay, so Taylor Green last year at Boise State.
I'd put Pavia here.
No, let's go Nico. We got to slip Pavia in the top
Diego
10.
Pavia, so yeah, we do need to
Dude,
get him.
Pavia went to New Mexico
We need to
State.
troll.
He beat an
I'm
SEC
gonna make,
team last year.
I'm gonna make a graphic out of this. We got to troll like a little bit. We should probably put Taylor Green last. I think that would be.
I think
No.
first.
Taylor Green?
Respect to his OC was.
Really not good. This is so bad.
Okay, so
I'm
who do you want me to wait?
here at this point? Then
Who do you want me to compare? Or are we putting Pavia at? Who are we putting at 11?
I think Green here.
I
Green?
say we
Okay.
just put Green. We really
Alright.
should have had Pavia about 2 or 3 spots earlier, but whatever.
Swagger.
Overall,
Anyone else we can argue below Pavia? I'd take.
this is Pavia.
What about
this-
Connor? What about Connor Wigman? And then
This
Pavia?
is Pavia. Pavia is not worse than Connor Weigman, please. This is Diego
was good.
Pavia.
All right,
I wanted
fine.
him at 9, but
I did
10
too.
will
I did
work.
too, Kenny. Hey,
We,
2/3
we
majority.
shouldn't have him
A
in
2 out of
front of
3.
Nico or probably Jackson.
2 out of 3 majority. All right, fine. All right, top. I think we got to get
Blake
Shapen.
Shapen.
out of it. Shapen's got to.
Yes, this is Shapen.
Can we put? Why can't we put Shapen 10 and Pavia 9?
Because
Yeah. What's the
Shapen
difference?
played in a New Year's 6 with Baylor, okay? Blake Shapen,
What year?
like 20, like whatever year Baylor beat Oklahoma State in the Big 12.
Okay, Blake
So
Shapen last
2021.
year.
Yes.
Man, that's
That was a long time
What
ago.
is
a long
Diego
time
Pavia-
ago.
Diego Pavia's never had a chance to play in New Year's Six Bowl.
Peyton,
Because
how
he
many
went
SEC
and
teams has
started
Blake
playing.
Shapen beat in the last year? 0. How many has Diego
How many
Pavia
SEC
beaten?
quarterbacks have
One.
peed on a field? 1, and it's Diego Pavia.
Diego Pavia should probably be like 14, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. But
All right, fine. 8.
okay. Now we're actually
Okay,
into
now
like
the-
good names.
I feel like it's got to be Nussmeier or Weigman.
I think Nussmeier. I think Weigman is going to be higher than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
He had a
agree.
good season until he got hurt last year.
I think Nussmeier has the potential to go way higher than 8, but I do think he's 8 right now.
Yeah. And then I do
7.
Weigman at 7.
Mertz.
This is so depressing that that we have to have Mertz.
Dude,
this
Mertz.
high.
Okay, it's insane that I'm about to be the Graham Mertz defender. I didn't realize Graham Mertz. I know he got hurt a little bit. He only threw 3 picks last year. He wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
he played very safe football. He didn't do much, but I mean,
And
his
I think
best-
this is where Weigman falls.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
sleeping on Weigman. That's fine.
He was good last year
All right, I'm sleeping.
until he got
pretty
hurt.
good.
All right, I've got to take here for 5.
I think this is Brady Cook, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It probably should be. I had. What about Jackson Dart over and then Brady Cook?
No, Jackson Dart,
No.
I would rather have than Brady Cook.
All right.
I
Yeah,
love
I'm letting
Brady
my
Cook.
bias
I
run
think
all over
he
this. thing.
absolutely. If we had said before last year, even after the Middle Tennessee State game last year, hey, Brady Cook is going to be a top 5 returning SEC quarterback next year, I think we would have laughed whoever told us that out of the room. So that's just my take on it.
Dart.
Okay. Top 4.
Yeah, I think so. I think you got to go. It's him or Milrow. I don't think.
I think Milrow here.
Yeah, Milrow here,
Yeah.
Ewers.
and then I'd go Ewers back. I think people slept on Carson Beck a lot last year.
He was very
until outside of that SEC title game, he was damn near perfect in the second half of the season. He did not make any mistakes.
He might be the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah, he could be.
I have an idea. If you guys are willing to hear it, I think we should drop Arkansas completely from this list. So do this,
see if-
and then
see if
say there's
people notice.
15 teams, and that's it.
I
We
like
just
it.
didn't do
I
Arkansas.
like it. Do it.
I'm
Do it. Do
down
it. Let's do it.
God, it's really funny that we said like, okay, the bottom of the barrel needs to be just the unknown guys, and then we immediately put Peyton
We
Thorne.
put Peyton Thorne last.
Peyton Thorne, I will say,
Alabama
I think,
fans are gonna love our list. Well, maybe not because we have Milrow too low, but we have Peyton Thorne last. We've done
I
one
think
too
the
last.
one thing that's holding Auburn back from potentially being a pretty solid, like maybe 8-win team is the fact that I just don't think Peyton Thorne is all that good. I mean, he doesn't.
Oh no, he's bad. He's very bad. He's also old. I think Peyton Thorne is in his 5th season. Graham Mertz is in his 6th year this year.
Yeah.
Graham Mertz is our age.
If we were doing this based off potential, like those unknown guys like Arnold and Nico in particular would be way higher on this list, I think. But we just don't know enough. I think it's a little absurd that we put Pavia that high.
He peed on the field.
Go.
God, he played for New Mexico State. And it's
he beat an SEC team.
Really terrible that Blake Shapen is that high, but it is.
I agree with that. I think Blake Shapen's too high.
Okay, then we switch him and Pavia.
I think we should switch him and Pavia. I think we put Pavia at 9.
He's not worse than Pavia. God,
Kenny, I think we should overrule Peyton here. It's 2 out of 3.
Blake Shapen played in a New Year's Six Bowl, okay?
Great QBR last year. Wow.
I don't care what his QBR was.
He's from Shreveport. I might have to keep him.
Literally 2 years ago, this guy usurped Jerry Bohannon, who almost played for Mizzou, mind you, and took over in a New Year's Six game. That is a better quarterback than a guy that was runner-up in the Conference USA. Sorry.
Do we have the photo? Wasn't there a photo?
There's a video of it.
Oh, there's a video of it. It's QBR's better.
Man.
Look at these stats.
Yeah, my bad. Look at how well he played against Fresno State. What a baller.
He didn't have an offensive line, it appears.
Nothing screams SEC like 11 for 25 for 50-something yards in the air.
Diego Pavia playing in a construction site against Alabama is going to be one of the best things ever next season.
Look at what Peyton Thorne did in this New Mexico State game.
This is why he's last, by the way. Just this game.
Is that 17 carries for 36 yards?
38.
38.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Bad. All right. I like this list. I can be fine with this list.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know if you want to do more of these. Maybe we do our own wide receiver core rankings or something.
We should do centers.
We don't need centers.
That would be awesome.
Punters. SEC punters.
You would not like where Mizzou's punters are.
Yeah, that would be bad. Let us know if we put Brady Cook too low. I don't think we did, but
it's not a Brady Cook thing. It's just I think those top 4 are really good, and I think Brady Cook is really good too. But I think those 4 are bona fide.
I'll tweet a graphic of this. I'm gonna keep I'll probably do the logos, and I'm gonna keep Brady Cook, and I'll just put his face as the logo, just the PNG that's on ESPN. All right, good list. There's the quarterback rankings. We'll rank maybe another position later on in the summer as a segment. Other things before we go to quick hits, we just a couple of fun Mizzou, I guess, Twitter things. I don't know. Chase Daniel, I think we had to bring this up. This was just funny on Twitter. He actually after this, in this exercise, let's talk about this tweet first, and then let's rank this Chase Daniel in this list. So Chase Daniel, someone named Eddie Lowe tweeted, "You mind if I go 2008 Chase Daniel mode this weekend?" And Chase Daniel quote tweeted and said, "Okay, here's what you got to do. First, you need to gain 15 pounds, then pick up a 30-pack of Keystone Light. Next, find your closest Taco Bell drive-thru and order roughly one of everything on the menu. Finish with an invitation to the Heisman Trophy ceremony." A very doable weekend for about 4 out of the 5 parts of that. Kenny and I think we can both vouch, have done about half of those things in our time at Mizzou, including getting invited to the Heisman Trophy ceremony. That's a story for another time. Anyway, I thought this was funny. Chase Daniel openly admitting to just being like, yeah, I just was basically a frat guy, but also would just go out on the field and cook is just so funny. Love Chase.
He is so goofy looking in the 2008 photo. I mean, he's got a butt chin.
He does. He does.
But
he almost won the Heisman.
Yeah, Chase Daniel is really fun on Twitter. Mixes in analysis with goofy tweets. Former Bears backup. He started 4 games for the Bears. That was fun.
So if this is 2008 Chase Daniel, where would we rank? Let's say it's Chase Daniel heading into the 2008 season. So before his Heisman season, or should we do after?
I have no idea what he was like in 2007. Really,
I have his stats for you. As a junior in 2007, He completed 384 passes for 4,306 yards, 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That
Oh wait, yeah,
might
this
be-
was the year they were
probably-
really good.
That's got to be
one.
number one. It's got to be
That's
number one.
Yeah.
Okay, so make Carson Beck 2, and we'll do Chase Daniel 1, and we'll finalize that as put 2007 Chase Daniel. Yeah, 1B. I like it. All right, this is good. This is good podcasting.
There we go.
There we go. All right, he'd be number 1. Shout out Chase Daniel. And then from a quarterback from the past to a hopefully great Mizzou quarterback for years to come. If you guys didn't see this on Twitter, Mizzou fans, Matt Zollers was given a SRT for signing an NIL deal. It was a Dodge Charger. It's not a Mizzou thing. This was not given to him. I think it was an NIL deal he signed back in Pennsylvania, but pretty cool. I think he needs to get it wrapped gold. It looks like it's red right now, but yeah. Hey, don't let it change you, Matt Zollers. Stay humble. That's what
Matt Zollers spotted in Oklahoma car. Could the Sooners be making a late push here? I'm putting my journalist thinking cap on. No, what is the design supposed to be, though? It almost looks like a dragon or something.
I think it's like a wildcat.
Wildcat. Is that what his
I see
mascot is?
Let's see.
Actually, if you put the Mizzou logo like that wrapped on a car, that would look kind of sick.
Yeah, they did it with helmets back in
Yeah.
the day, the wrap helmets. I have one back over there that you can't see, and I'm not going to get up in the middle of the podcast to get because that would be unprofessional. But
Or we-
no, they're the Rams.
Ram.
So
is it maybe it's a ram? Click on it again.
No,
That is
some
Ram.
kind of like
no,
cat.
yeah, that's like a cat. You're right. Well, it's a nice
Still.
car, Matt Zollers. NIL is here, everybody. Get it wrapped gold and black, and we'll be good. Only other thing we had, kind of from the week news-wise, Mizzou lost another assistant, Perin Foote. He's gone. He went to Virginia Military Institute. He was there he was a Mizzou player development coordinator, was also a GA at Cleveland State, and he will no longer be on the sidelines at Mizzou. Unfortunate, but looks like an upgraded position at VMI. He needs to turn that program around. A little mid-major nerding out for you. VMI has been bad. So
Yeah.
he's got to help them.
I find it kind of funny that he's going to VMI because I remember when Drew King was on here last time, a conversation about the Keydets came up. And so, yeah, no, I don't really, obviously, I mean, it's never fun to have to replace a coach, I'm sure, but it is what it is. It's honestly always a good thing if it means other people want your assistance.
Agreed. We'll have Drew King back on too. We'll do another summer show. Sorry, Kenny, I interrupted you.
Yeah, our friend Ben Sternberg mentioned Perin at least once or twice since he's been on the show in the last year. Knew him very well, and I could be wrong, but I wonder if he was the coach that came along with Ben the first time he came on the show. You guys remember that?
Tell you. But
I think it was. Yeah, I think he did come by the studio.
He sat
think
in
that
there
was-
with us.
I think
He
that
was-
was Coach Foote. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
shout out Coach
Right.
Foote. We didn't say a word to you, but
Should have had him on. That would have been nicer. But we were overwhelmed by
Carter
the
and
Noah Carter
Ben
surprise.
Sternberg.
Go listen to that episode if you haven't. It's one of our favorites. But yeah,
My favorite episode, personally.
good luck to Coach Foote. We will see how he cracks on. Maybe we'll see a head coaching gig for him open up at VMI. Can get the cadets back into the NCAA tournament. I don't know when they've ever been in the NCAA tournament. So best of luck to him. We'll finish the show, boys. Let's segue to quick hits. Okay, quick hits time. We've got Ken's sports shorts to start off. Quick hits, and then we're going to do Dirty Birds to finish things out. Kenny, I will toss it to you. What's on tap for our Ken sports shorts this week?
I don't know if you guys have done this before, but Barstool has a daily dozen trivia that the company releases every single day. And now it has a timer on it at the bottom so we can time ourselves doing this one. But we get 9 questions and a wide range of questions. I want you guys to let me read it all the way through before you answer, so anyone that's not watching on the YouTube can hear it all the way through and try to guess themselves. The categories today, though, are NFL, NBA, MLB, geography, celebrity mashup, snacks and candy, television, movies, and music. Those are the 9, and we'll just go down in order. After I read it, feel free to just kind of go with who you think it is.
Kenny, I like this idea. If you ever are just feeling lazy for a week or don't have a good quiz, we can make it the Ken's Daily Dozen. Just aggregate.
Ken's Daily Dozen. I don't know what the dozen comes from because there's 9 questions.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, but that's okay.
Maybe
All right, let's go.
I'm going to be useless for some of these, but I am ready.
We're starting NFL.
Okay.
A 3-time Pro Bowler cornerback Joe Hayden began his NFL career with this AFC team from 2010 to 2016 before joining the Steelers.
Browns.
That's what it's got to be.
He was like one of their only good first rounders.
Formerly engaged to Maria Sharapova, this Slovenian guard came off the bench for the Lakers from 2004 to 2010 and hit 2 clutch free throws to seal Game 7 of the 2010 finals.
Married to Maria Sharapova. All right, Knowlton, it's your time to shine.
I know. I'm. Oh no! I'll know it when we say. Can we come back to it?
Yeah, we'll skip it.
Okay, come back to it.
All right. And MLB. Jared Jurgens, Tommy Hanson, and Derek Lowe were part of the starting rotation for this 2009 National League team.
What a rotation. Oh my God. Baseball was so different 15 years ago. I really don't know, to be honest with you. What do you know? What do you think, Kenny? Do you know?
I sometimes think that they try to go with teams that made the playoffs or made a big push. I don't think this is the Phillies, so I wish it just said American League team because I feel like it'd be a little bit easier.
Well, then it would be 3 different names.
No, I'm just saying Derek Lowe.
Yeah, that's true. I was about to say, like, think of where Derek Lowe has played.
Is he a Cub?
No, he wasn't a Cub. No, he wasn't a Cub.
All right, we'll come back to it. Geography. What is the most populated city in the state of Montana?
It's either
there's
Billings
a few offerings here.
It's either Billings or Helena. Helena's a capital. Billings is
Billings,
big.
Missoula,
Helena.
There's Bozeman in there.
I'm thinking
There's
Billings.
a few options.
I think it's Billings.
I do think if I had to guess, it'd be Billings.
Correct.
Nice.
Celebrity mashup. The first person on this one should be pretty easy. But
this is the whole,
for those on listening, you don't know. Yes, it is Mark Ruffalo.
It's Mark Ruffalo, and
I don't know who else that is.
It's like just the hair. Like I can't.
Doesn't Taika Waititi have something like that? But I mean, they're too close.
Guy Fieri?
No,
that's not. I don't know.
I have zero idea. This is one of the ones I thought.
I would just take a shot. I would just take a shot in the dark, Kenny.
The hair. I feel like it should give it away.
He's got a distinct chin because like Mark Ruffalo doesn't look like that. His face shape is like different too. Oh, try George Clooney.
That's what I was kind of thinking, but I don't know if he's.
I'm not.
I think
sure.
George Clooney's a little tanner. Try it. You got it wrong. All right. Snacks and candy. Known for their chocolate flavor, what candy company also sells fruit chews with cherry, orange, lime, vanilla, and lemon flavors?
I don't know.
No idea.
I feel like I'd have to know this instantly. Haribo? No, wait, they're not known for their chocolate flavor. That's dumb. Hershey's? They ever make fruit chews? No.
Does Nestle make?
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Wrong.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was my best shot.
Oh, this is
Shark Tank.
Sorry. Read the question. No. Can I read the question? Can I read the question?
Northern Illinois, go Daddy Bowl.
Kevin O'Leary, Barbara Corcoran, Damon John, and Robert Herjavec are names associated with this business reality series that debuted on ABC in 2009.
Yeah,
I think they'll give it away.
Too, but
oh yeah, Mark Cuban would be too easy. It is Shark.
You should know the rest of those names.
I know, but
set in London. You might have to help me with some of these names.
Parminder,
Nagra, and Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley starred in this 2002 dramedy about 2 girls who dream of becoming pro soccer players despite their parents' wishes.
It's Bend It Like Beckham, I believe.
You're correct.
Well done.
Music featuring songs like Dreams, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. What band released the famous 1977 album Rumors?
Is this Fleetwood Mac?
It is Fleetwood Mac.
It is, yeah.
All right, let's go back to the NBA one. Formerly engaged to Maria Sharapova.
I've been
know.
trying, guys.
Pau Gasol, because he's the only European I know on that team.
No, don't guess Pau Gasol because it's not.
You're also
They spell
misspelling Pau.
They spell Pau.
PAU. But don't guess that.
Do
No,
you
we're
have
not gonna get it.
guess?
Type in like DJ and see who comes up. I've got like a half a name in my. Can you scroll?
Nope.
Yeah, I give up. Try that guy. Try that first guy.
Nope. Okay, we got to think, like, where has Derek Lode played? I can only picture him in, like, an AL team's jersey.
I got to buy.
I wanted to say Rockies, but I don't think that's right.
No.
I'm gonna look up the answer and.
I don't know. I have a feeling this is a pretty obscure team. Like, I don't think anybody would say whatever team this is their favorite. Do you have any idea, Kenny?
Sometimes you just think it's a good team, but I know he was a Brave.
All right, I have
And
the
a Dodger.
I have the team.
Oh, I don't think he's a Dod. I don't think this is Dodgers though. I feel like that'd be too easy. You think it's a Braves
We
or
could
Dodgers?
Atlanta or LA. I feel like I can picture him in both of those jerseys, actually.
Do you want to hint at all?
Yeah.
Yes, fine.
It is one of those two teams.
Oh,
Not a hint.
You're 50-50.
Let's just go Braves.
Ding 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 ding.
Hey. You guys want to double dip on any of them?
Sure.
what does that mean?
You go back and you can re-guess one of them.
Isn't the only one we got wrong in the NBA? Oh, we get the celebrity. Try the celebrity again, or the
I have
candy.
no idea
The candy.
on any of those three. So I mean,
No, we already got Mark.
we got Mark Ruffalo. Oh, you have to
I
answer.
know.
Oh,
you have to put it in.
I have no idea.
There's someone screaming at their screen on the YouTube right now. This is.
I'm so bad. I don't care about celebrities.
Let's just call it.
Yeah,
What was the NBA one?
only 28% of it got it.
Sasha Vujicic. Yeah, damn it. I don't remember like 2000s Europeans. It's fine.
What was that?
Tootsie, like Tootsie, like Tootsie Pop and Tootsie Roll. Oh yeah, because it's like I remember the fruit chews. They're like Tootsie Rolls, but they're just like they were, like blue and yellow, and they were fruit flavored. I feel like no one ever.
Oh no!
Alec Baldwin.
I see it now.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Very
That's good.
interesting.
It's a good one.
Alec Baldwin. Don't look up Alec Baldwin
Moving on.
at all. All right, Dirty Birds of the Week, Kenny. What's your dirty?
Dirty Bird of the Week and goes to the United States of America. The Bald Eagles left Caitlin Clark off of the Team USA Women's Basketball Olympic roster. I'll be honest with you, we could go back and forth and be fake mad about it. To be honest, it doesn't really bother me at all. I just know it's a kind of a big deal right now, and she is pretty much the face of the WNBA with how much it's turned around in the last year. So can understand why people are a little bit frustrated with why she's not a part of this roster. I can also understand that people are saying she's a little young, but if you want to compare it to other basketball teams in the past, Christian Laettner was a part of an Olympic team at one point. So it really just kind of comes down to, if you really want to get into the arguments, go ahead. I think it's probably brought in more public in media and outrage and articles that she's not on the roster than if she was. So there's a positive there, I guess. More people are talking about women's basketball.
That's a good thought experiment. How many articles would come out if she was named to this team that would be mad about her getting it only because she's the discourse is so messy. I will say this. I'm almost happy to not see her on the roster simply for the fact that she could just use a break from the spotlight for a little bit. It's kind of good, because if she was on this, all the attention would still continue to be on her, like it has been all season long in WNBA. Maybe she could just use the opportunity as I don't know, just take a vacation, go off the grid, be able to be away from media for a little bit. I don't know, especially if imagine if they didn't win and she was on the team, they don't win the gold medal or something weird happens. Discourse is very interesting right now. Very interesting. All I'll say, let the people who Write about sports, and the people who don't, please stop making bad narratives about things that you don't know about.
It would be one thing if there was like another freshman on there or freshman, rookie on there. Overall, I think it really doesn't matter to me either. Like Kenny said, I think it's totally fine to leave Caitlin Clark off of this roster. She'll be on it eventually. So there's really no point in getting so up in arms about it.
They better win, just like the men's team. They better win. I expect sweeps at the Olympics for my basketball teams. 3v3 too. They better win.
I do wonder if someone does get injured, especially at the guard position in the next couple months, and is unable to perform and play at the Olympics. I mean, who steps up? I know, Jack, you actually had another name that you wanted to throw
Arike
out there.
Gumwale. Yeah. So like that was an interesting thing. Like that, I do appreciate the argument that it is just a hard team to make. Arike Gumwale is averaging like 27 points a game in the WNBA and is not on this roster. So it is just a hard team to make. Like Caitlin Clark's had a great start to life in the WNBA, but like it's not a statement one way or the other. It's not a like, I don't know, political or weird. I just like people are just being so weird and just making all these like strange narratives that I don't understand because like they don't understand sports, and it makes me very frustrated. It's a good team with or without Caitlin Clark. They better win the Olympics. That's the stance I'll save. They better get the gold medal. I'll be upset.
Jack's going to switch up here in a couple months when they inevitably take silver at the Olympics, and then he'll be on the side saying, if Caitlin Clark was on this team, it would be a lot different.
No, I'll be pissed either way. They better not lose. They better win the gold medal. Yeah, I don't know. There's weird narratives going on. Peyton, what's your dirty bird of the week?
My dirty bird of the week is going to be Kevin Biggio. The former, God, when he was called up, it was like a big deal. I remember, the son of Greg Biggio, the great Craig Biggio. He was a big time prospect. I don't know if he was ever like a top bona fide, like top end prospect, but he was a name people knew. And he was DFA'd by the Blue Jays. He's just kind of been struggling for a good number of years. He's 29 years old now. But yeah, there weren't a whole ton of birds. So just Kevin Biggio was kind of a big name. He'll be finding a new team.
You guys want to see something cool here? Let me send this to myself, and I'll pull it up here in a second.
Peyton, is your dirty bird? He's just not on the Blue Jays anymore? That's why.
Well, yeah, the dirty birds are the Blue Jays for getting rid of him.
So they cut him.
He was designated
DFA'd,
for assignment,
DFA'd.
which is essentially DFA'd.
Yeah, he was just
or being cut.
I get it enough.
Kenny is finding. Oh, look at that!
Oh!
It's Biggio.
Nice.
2016.
Kenny, you
2016, man.
You kind of look like you kind of
Actually, 2015.
You kind of look like you've seen a ghost.
Was nervous. My mom did the
That's fair.
talking.
Yeah, meeting a big celebrity, big prospect.
This was before he was a Blue Jay.
If you're listening and not on the YouTube, Kenny has found a picture of him with Kevin Biggio. What's your shirt say, Kenny? Is that your team?
Hyannis Harbor Hawks, not the team he's on.
What team was he on in the Cape Cod League?
I don't remember. Look it up, actually, if you really want to know.
You don't have to.
Troy. We'd have Troy
Biggio.
Johnson back on while we're on the topic of minor league
Northwoods League alum. Northwoods League is back up and running.
Yeah. Any big updates?
Harwich.
No. Harwich.
I believe they're the Mariners.
It looked like a Mariners logo on his shirt.
He went to Notre Dame. Did he play with Pat Connaughton? No.
No, I don't think Pat Connaughton was on that team.
Did play baseball. Nice. Good dirty bird. Yeah, I guess we'll see. He's 29, so not a prospect anymore.
No.
St. Thomas Eagle. It's his bird connection.
There you go. And he was on the Blue Jays.
Bird.
All right, my dirty birds of the week. Also, I'm giving it to the United States of America, our fair land where we all live. This time we're going on the pitch, though, for soccer. The USA lost in a friendly kind of tune-up game to the Copa America, which is a big competition this summer that features all the teams from North and South America. It's happening in the U.S., which is fun. You should go to a game if it's in your town. They lost 5-1 to Colombia, I think yesterday. And Colombian fans, you can, if you're looking at the YouTube, I picked this tweet of all the tweets I could have picked because I thought it was funny. They were chanting USA, Colombia es tu papa, which you can loosely translate that. Not that hard to know what that means. Yeah, they lost 5-1. It's really embarrassing. The U.S. probably has its best team since like the 80s or 90s, and they're about to play in a big tournament, and their manager sucks. I have a stat for you. The U.S. hadn't given up 5 goals in any of its previous 240 games since a match in 2009 versus Mexico. Before that, it hadn't happened since 1990 when they did it in the World Cup against Czechoslovakia. Please, God Almighty, fire Greg Berhalter, their coach. Huh?
Yeah. What happened here? Like, what was going wrong?
I think, like, I won't get too into the weeds. Their coach sucks. Their coach's name is Greg Berhalter. I brought his name up on the show before. I don't think they play very inspired under him. I think they're a talented group. I don't think they gear up to play for him, and they don't seem like they play very lethargic in games sometimes. Also, they're playing on FedEx Field, which I think is bold to play on that crappy turf and in that crappy stadium.
Why blow it up
before a big tournament?
Demolish that thing. God.
Yeah, I mean, we host the World Cup in 2026. I'm so excited for that, and this team could be so special by then. And Greg Berhalter's just going to ruin it.
Is Gio Reyna still on the team, or did he leave after that debacle?
He's still there. That guy.
He left for another country.
You can. Didn't he have citizenship with the UK?
Well, Gio Reyna could have played. I forget where. It wasn't the UK, but it's actually kind of funny. They have a striker named Flo Balogun who was eligible to play for, I think, England or Nigeria. And he like picked the US. And when it was like leading up to what country he was going to pick, it felt like it was like a recruitment for like a 5-star. Like it was like, oh, is the US gonna land a commitment? Is he going to choose to play for, but it's like a whole country instead of just like a college team. I just thought that was like, I think it's kind of funny, but I could go on and on. They play Brazil in like 10 days and they're going to get killed in that game, I think. So fun summer. Same old for the U.S. men's national team. They're bad. Greg Berhalter sucks. Please fire him. All right. That's all I had. Do we have a joke, Mr. Payton, to finish the show?
Of course we do, Knowlton. This one comes from our favorite TV series, The Today Show. Guys, when does Friday come before Thursday?
I've heard this before.
I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with the horse whose name was Friday.
Does it have to do with cooking?
No, it doesn't have to do with cooking. When does Friday come before Thursday? You get one guess each. Or you can just pass, and I can say
pass.
Okay. The answer is, guys, Friday comes before Thursday in the dictionary.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
We might have to find a new closing segment. I think
there you go.
Peyton.
Joke on the way out.
I think Al is getting washed. These are getting pretty corny. All right. That'll do it. Hope everyone enjoyed the show this week. We'll be back on Monday. We will do some other stuff. Probably, hopefully we get some news. Otherwise, we'll figure out some, filler segments and all that for you guys. But anyway, till that time, hope you guys enjoy the start to your week. Oh, wait, I said we'll be back Monday. My brain's all scrambled. We'll be back Friday. This is the Monday show. Jesus. Butchered outro. All right. Cut. Hope everyone enjoyed Unwritten Rule this weekend. We'll see you guys on Friday.